Dash.
That's it.
Fifth command out there, less than 1,000 down.
Where am I? It's one of the most important questions we ever ask. From the time we're born, we're concerned with our territory, our home, our manor, our patch, and their limits. We live in a world of fences so that we can know precisely where we are. And this is where I am at this moment, in a shop that sells nothing but science fiction. It's rare to find a whole big bookshop devoted to one kind of literature, but that's the way it is with science fiction. Many of these people here are completely addicted.
And the red emergency light blinked madly. An amplified recording thundered out, replacing the sound of the horn. Space emergency. The hull of the ship has been holed.
The stars Alvin
The
did
ship
not
is
know.
losing air.
That would be no concern of his. His future lay here on Earth. But he would make one more flight before he turned his back
on
upon
the
the
sharp
stars.
base of the mesh, and had a moment's panic when he stuck halfway, but he managed at last. He stood up shakily. He was in the
Torn
county.
apart by war. On one distant planet, far-flung tribes of nomads who had roamed their grasslands.
You see, they're all besotted with the stuff. And really, that's one of the advantages of science fiction, that it gives you worlds of your own to play with. A bookshop like this could take you anywhere. It's up to us to decide what these people are doing and where they are. Science fiction concerns itself with a lot of questions like, where are we? What are we doing here? Who are we? What happened to the bookshop? And what's going to happen next? The poor girl's been shot. They're human, and he's got a gun. So that means we're still on Earth. A science fiction writer can make a lot of deductions from what we've just seen. They looked human, but were they? They could have been aliens, or they could have been androids. Or maybe this isn't Earth at all, and I'm the alien. And why did he look so closely at her hands? Looking for something? Some sign? Some difference that would betray her? Perhaps she's a mutant, different from the norm, and the hunter has been sent to find her. Without familiar reference points, we're in trouble, as I seem to be. Like a plane without instrumentation. Science fiction isn't all about space or spaceships. It isn't all about supermen. Often it's about ordinary people like you and me in extraordinary situations on this Earth. Either in the future or perhaps in the past, or perhaps even in an alternative version of Earth, where, for instance, Nazi Germany won World War II instead of Britain and the United States. Science fiction is the art of taking nothing for granted. Hands are important. They're the symbol of our being human. They're unique. Our hands are free, but that poor girl is chained. The hunter has a nice fire to warm his hands by. Who are the goodies and the baddies here? The runner, locked in the cage? Or the chap by the fire, the hunter? I think that I'm in danger until I discover the answers. I don't want to be locked in the cage. On the other hand, it could be safer down there. That all depends what's up here that I don't know about. what humanity will become is the most important of all the questions science fiction asks. Shall we be able to abolish crime, war, poverty, brutality, injustice? Shall we one day build starships in which to reach other planets as beautiful as Earth? Or will we end up just putting each other in cages? What does the running figure mean? And what kind of city cages people? Just suppose that I'm standing on a world much like the one we know, with one factor different. Supposing, for the sake of argument, that railways had never been invented, then the history of the last 100 years would be very different. I could be standing under part of a gigantic motorway system which runs from Edinburgh down through London and right across Europe. Paris, Bonn, Warsaw, Moscow, all the way across Siberia to the Pacific Ocean. It's an amazing thought. What does such a motorway imply? Cheap petrol? Well, for one thing, it implies that many national frontiers have gone down. Is that likely? Will nations ever disappear, do you think? For it to happen, people would have to change considerably. What language would we all agree to speak? Chinese? And what about our runner? This looks rather threatening, doesn't it? But you mustn't judge by appearances. Suppose all the cars on the motorway are now being driven by robots. Suppose we're looking at the last humans left on Earth. Imagine that all the rest have gone somewhere better, safer. That running sign is a symbol of another great jump forward for mankind. Perhaps the runners didn't want to go. To the soldiers, they're like children. Children often fear the sea, but you have to get your feet wet in order to swim. And swimming, as everyone knows, is one of the great pleasures in life. Did we see the last runner on Earth to be caught? Will she be pleasantly surprised? Or was she right to run? And should we head for the stars? Or do we prefer this world? For the present, it seems as though we're stuck with this world. But you can always let your imagination run riot. If you like the idea of mutants, well, there's a novel about mutants and future society by John Wyndham, The Chrysalids. If The Cage fascinated you, there's a story of that name by Bertram Chandler. For a society where all decisions are out of the individual's hands, try John Christopher's The Guardians. And if you were disappointed that our characters didn't turn out to be androids, well, there's a whole army of androids in Douglas Hill's novel Galactic Warlord. As you can see, there's plenty of science fiction to choose from, just as there are plenty of alternatives in life.